Take cuatro. Ebullient dia de los muertos. The correct pronunciation is, I think, ebullient, but that sounds so fucking stupid. So, ebullient. Ebullient it is. Ebullient dia de los muertos. Ebullence Press. The first book published on Ebullence Press, I think, Nova's Gone Potty. Yeah, I'd never even heard of Lulu.com. 2005, I wrote this novel, Nova's Gone Potty, for NaNoWriMo. I wrote it in less than 4 weeks. It might have been 3 weeks, actually. And a reward for finishing the competition and making the deadline was to go to Lulu.com and get a free copy, paperback copy of your book. And so I did, and of course it was terrible. It took me a while to learn Lulu as far as the 6x9 template and all that, and formatting, and I still can't do page numbers in MS Word. But it was trial and error. And so I published the novel. I've revised it numerous times. I finally did a radical revision in 2008 when I was living in a crack horse shack in Port Arthur, Texas. And this is the radical revision. It's available at Amazon. I'll read a tiny excerpt. I'm just flipping at random. Oh, that's fucking boring. I don't want to read that. Okay. Okay, this is good. Yeah. Maybe she thinks you should drop her off at the Starbucks up the street. I am not going to participate in a threesome, Jory snapped. Ooh, a threesome sounds like my kind of party. Think of the possibilities. Are you sure you aren't up for it? Nova asked. I'm sure. You're turning down a threesome with those two? Are you frigid? Perry asked. You'll never know. Seriously, John, I'm in no mood for bullshit. Just drop me off at Starbucks, please. You're a real joy killer. You should be bursting with joy. If I had tits like yours, I'd be leaking joy all over the goddamn place, Nova said. Jesus, would you stop discussing my tits already? There is more to life than tits. Really? More to life than tits? Wow. I stand enlightened. What can I say? I've got a tit fetish, Nova said, shrugging her shoulders. So that's the first book I published at what I call Ebullence Press. I've published books for my peers and deleted them. The only books that are there now are books that I've written and published myself, and my collaboration with Jay Passer, Flower Omelette, a collection of our poetry and full-color photographs. His of San Francisco, mine of San Antonio. Expired Nickel Valentine. That's a full-length collection that was published for me. I remember I did not publish that. That's Shane Allison, and it's fucking excellent. Shane Allison is one of my all-time favorite poets. I did publish this. This is Instant Pussy 69. It's no longer available. I might put Instant Pussy together again at some point, but it's not high on my list right now. Walking the Earth. I've switched from Lulu to CreateSpace because CreateSpace directly links to Amazon, and I need my books at Amazon. So, on the back I have written, this could be an MTV video circa 1983, or a love letter written in blood in 1991 and mailed in 2020, or maybe a time capsule buried on a beach in Fiji in 1969 and dug up by a drunk architect in 1999. Walking the Earth is just another piece of one Gringus Corazon disguised as a non-linear novel. Fucking A. Excellent coffee. Best mom ever. Okay, this cardinal candle is no good. It's melting all over my freshly decoupaged table. I got the polyacrylic yesterday at fucking Lowe's. And I read the warning label on the back and it really scared me. You're not supposed to blow candles out. It's bad. Whatever. Karma. Fuck. I just blew it out. Okay. Living on the edge. Cascarones. So yeah, I decoupaged this in a half-assed way on the back porch. And yeah, the fumes were terrible. And it's just bad, toxic stuff. It's bad because it's absolutely half-assed. What I'll probably do at some point is get a piece of glass for the top. But I don't have the money or the patience or the time or the energy for getting a piece of glass cut for a table. This is just one of my altars that I use. I did some magic last night, honoring the dead. And I wanted to do a video on my review of Montage of Heck. I finally watched it in its entirety at YouTube, because it's available full length at YouTube. I watched it obsessively. I watched it 3 or 4 times, not the whole thing, but the parts that I liked. And I loathe Courtney Love as much as the next person, but my favorite parts of Montage of Heck are actually the bits of her and Kurt interacting, because they had a really strong dynamic. They had crazy chemistry. So I enjoyed seeing that, and I had the Sassy magazine with them on the cover with their interview when I was a teenager. Oh man, that wax is gnarly. I hate the word gnarly, but it's not as bad as rad. Rad is probably my least favorite word. I was going to do a webcam thing with me looking into the camera, but I'm in my donut pajamas and my ex is in the den watching all the horrible news of the day. Trump and Twitter and Home Depot and carnage in New York and blah, yada, blah. I was going to get the Kurt Cobain book that was a gift from my uncle. Christmas of '94, before I left for basic training, we went to Vegas and then went back and celebrated Christmas with my family in Bridgeport, Texas, and he gave me the Kurt Cobain book that Rolling Stone put out, but I can't find the damn thing. So my review of Montage of Heck is that it sucks because it's just noise and it's just the same MTV propaganda, the Rolling Stone propaganda that's been out there for years. You know, I don't need to hear Smells Like Teen Spirit again. I don't need to see segments of that video. I don't need to know about Kurt's childhood in Aberdeen. What I had read about Montage of Heck before I actually saw it was that there was this huge storage unit full of all his stuff, all his toys, all his eclectic stuff that he had collected over the years. And it was that. There was purity to Montage of Heck. You were seeing a side of Kurt Cobain that has nothing to do with Nirvana or any of the Fame bullshit. But it's just more of the same shit, you know? You're hearing the music and you're seeing his ex-girlfriend, the one he wrote About a Girl for, and you're seeing Courtney Love and she's chain smoking and talking her shit. And you're hearing the same goddamn songs that you've heard a million times before. There's like maybe 5 seconds of his monkeys with the cymbals. You see some things like him petting a kitten, that's cute. But you don't see a lot of what I was expecting to see. His toy collection, his art collection, you just see very little of that. And the stuff before Nirvana, the purity. I guess I identified with Kurt so much, like many people did, because, you know, Generation X, the first generation affected by divorce and all that, and latchkey kid. I was home alone a lot as a kid with no supervision, and, you know, I was I guess, 8 years old when MTV was born, and so I grew up with the MTV influence, and, you know, I grew up white trash in rural Texas. He grew up white trash in rural Washington. And I just really fucking liked, never mind the first few hundred times that I heard it. I liked the rawness, I liked the rage, I could identify, it resonated with me. And I still listen to his music sometimes. I still go to YouTube and watch his videos sometimes. The live acoustic session they had at MTV. Where Did You Sleep Last Night? The Meat Puppets. Yeah, I've been indoctrinated to all things Nirvana for years. So yeah, I was wanting to see more stuff from his childhood. I didn't really particularly want to see his mom talking about him. I was underwhelmed by his mom. His dad seemed moronic. His stepmom seemed moronic. I didn't really need to see them. Or hear about Kurt trying to have sex with a retarded girl. I just wanted to see more of his toys and more of his magic. More of the stuff that made him a genius, if he was a genius. More evidence of that, and not so much of the noise and the MTV machine. And I don't know, more interviews and more of the home videos. So it was poorly edited. The transitions were bullshit. The animation was okay. The bit with the seahorses, that was cool. So, oh, my son is in his room making a video for his channel. He has a channel of gameplay by himself. We have two channels where we collaborate on horror videos. I lost the username and password years ago to San Antonio Horror, the first channel we collaborated on. Now we have Chupacabra Cinema, and I have 333 videos as Chroma Scott. That's KROMASCOTT. I have 5 astrology rambles, and in my novel Fucker But Happy Time, which just received its first review at Amazon thanks to Christopher Robin, Zen Baby CEO. I go on about astrology and Fucker But Happy Time. Here it is. Okay. I'll read a tiny excerpt. It does have black and white illustrations. And I could find my phone and read the review of Fucker But Happy Time. Actually, it's not at Amazon. Christopher sent me the review. They rejected it because it had the word fuck in it. And never mind that the title of the fucking book has fuck in it. Fucker But Happy Time. But, oh, yeah. He reviewed 2 of my other books that are at Amazon. And I appreciate it. Everyone and their fucking dog loves Bullshit Rodeo, but Bullshit Rodeo only has 8 reviews. But I'm grateful for those 8 reviews. You know, it's miraculous that I have 8 reviews, because people don't write reviews unless they're excited over Beyonce or Anne Rice. I don't know. Stephen King. Yeah. So. Dripping Milk. I didn't publish that. Flour Omelet. Clown Gravy. I published this as Ham Lexington. It's a pseudonym. It's a collection of short stories. Gold Colored Chain Offer. Monkey Bite, one of my first books. It's ridiculous. An earlier version of Fucker But Happy Time. Ebullient, not ebullient, ebullient. Ebullient Vomit. I think that was my first full-length self-published poetry collection. Walking the Earth. Bunny Man. Bunny Man, the newest version available at Amazon. Fudge. Best book I've ever written. I'm being facetious. Oh, it has black and white photographs in it. That's just at the end though. Okay. I'll read a very tiny excerpt from Fudge. Fudge does not contain nuts. His life was sturdy and sensible. I don't know why he had to drink to get through it. My life was sloppy and silly. I drank when he asked me to. Get really fucking dirty, he wrote. Say the nastiest things. Take a picture of yourself drinking from the bottle. Every whore loves an adoring audience. Whore? Yes. He paid me with affirmation and hearts. Ad infinitum. I believed I was much greater than 3. We died like all lovers die, separated by oceans and prairies and gross inconvenience. You want someone there to scratch what itches, to lull you to sleep with industrious plans, to do lists that could almost be songs in certain light. In a different version, he comes to me by moonlight, though hell should bar the way. I am cherished oxygen. He could not live without me if he wanted to. Hollywood could not frame it any better. 2 brilliant lunatics, so deep, true, blue in love, they hide from the world inside the belly of a whale. Even God can't find them. In this version, his wife calls to remind him to pick up ice at the store, and I keep my lips sewn shut because he loves his daughter. The photographs and poems are dog scratches on a locked door. The dog learns the door will not open. The dog finds a new way to keep out of the rain. Once I was a clever girl, but now I am a stupid cunt. In a borrowed manger I lick my sores. Men with a foot fetish toss pesos my way, ask me to suck the mud from my toes. In yesterday's lucid dream state, my hair was a dirty waterfall down to my knees. This man I knew from the synagogue was sucking comfort from my nipples. Don't ever leave. I need you, he said. I stayed and made him tea and biscuits. I braided daisies into his beard and promised him he would make it to heaven. A turtle crawled past with the world on his shell, and God was a goldfish in a frat boy's throat. In the moonlight, the pebbles looked like cupcake crumbs. I knew the truth when I was on my back. He thought he filled me, this gentle man, but the dimensions of my void had never been recorded. I woke up smelling similar to a donkey. There was a kind of love note nailed to the honey tree. I was so eager to read it, I dropped my glasses and crunched them with my combat boots. A library of love surrounds me, but I'll never find the matches to burn it down. That is the best book I've ever written. It is, in fact. Arsenal of Spitwads. Bullshit Rodeo. Epic Rights Press. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. No guns, no knives, no disco biscuits. This is a great fucking book. Devil House Press. Let's see. Wait. Creative Nonfiction Flash by Misty Rainwater Lights. No Guns, No Knives, No Disco Biscuits was published by Devil House Press in November 2016 in limited edition, printed in Canada. Devil House Press, your transgressive playground. Okay. Signed copies are available. All of these books are available. Amateur. And I have some next exit chaps. Doug Dramey and Misty Rainwater Lights. All of these books are available. Books for sale. Original art for sale. Donations ecstatically accepted. I'm a broken record because I have numerous videos, several YouTube channels, and I have blogs, and I ain't too proud to beg, and I'm always at Twitter, and I'm asking, begging for donations, trying to generate sales, and it's laughable at this point. So, you know, I'm sitting here in my ex-husband's guest bedroom on the badly stained carpet because I like to play with candles and cheap paint. So sitting here on my ass in my pajamas saying, I've got stuff for sale, y'all. And my PayPal is roxychristmas@gmail.com. I don't want pesos. I don't want crumbs. I want money because I'm ambitious. I want a brand new 2018 gleaming brown Dodge Ram pickup truck. And if you go to my blog right now, youareauthorized.com, the latest blog entry is about how there's really only one thing you need to know about me, and that thing is that being poor pisses me off, and that I want obscene wealth. And yeah, that's all you need to know about me. Okay, bye.